Men. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast. Today, McKenna will not be joining us, so we have Mr. Want to say your name?
Isaac Parrish.
Nick Mahar.
Vicente Gutierrez.
And Hannah.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much this is like a very kind of informal podcast. So like we have some new guests today, a new guest, Mr. Nicholas Mahar. Say hi, Nick.
Hi.
Okay, so basically, like, what's up? What's up, dude?
Nothing much. I don't know.
You guys want me to ask a question?
Yeah. Yeah, Hannah, you asked.
All right, guys. What's your relationship like with your father?
Oh, he wants me to go first.
Either father is fine, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd say my relationship's pretty good with my dad. For anything like specific about it, are we gonna go into, or just like the whole?
Wherever y'all take it.
Just okay. So, yeah, my relationship with my dad's pretty good. He's always pushed me to do sports and good in school and all the typical things, you know.
And what kind of influence has your father had with your walk with Jesus?
Well, my parents have always said that we had to go to church if we live in their house.
Mm-hmm.
They said it's up to us if we're going to be Christian or not, but we have to go to church.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's had a pretty big impact.
Nice. Anybody else?
My relationship, I love my dad. Me and my dad are very close, I think. I'm probably closer, it kind of sounds mean, but I think I'm close. I just spend more time with my dad than I do with my mom. We just go out to eat more and stuff like that. But, you know, like the influence my dad has had on me is kind of different than my mom, because growing up, typically my mom was more involved in the church, so I kind of got both sides of like life advice. I got my mom's life advice, and then I got my dad's life advice, which is like probably like equally good, equally valued. But you know, I think my dad had a big influence on me. He influenced, you know, my music. He influenced the movies I watched. He influenced like the way I talk, how I treat people. You know, I think he's a very big like part of my life. You know, and you know, when I think about it, like, my dad's play a pretty huge role in your lives. Like, even if like you look at people, like, I don't want to bring up girls, but like it's majority guys, so we could talk girls. But like, I don't know, like we could see just like even like, not to generalize, but like girls with like kind of without dads, kind of like it's kind of harder for them, you know, because like as much as strong as moms are and as amazing they are, single moms are, it is kind of hard for them to like biblically do the job of a dad, you know. And I feel like that's kind of the relevancy of like why fathers are so important like today, and like how influential they are, you know what I mean? So yeah, you want to elaborate?
I think me and my dad's relationship is really well, because he's always pushed me in my faith with bringing me making me go to church, making me go to summer camps, making me like just incorporate my religion into my life. So I feel like my relationship with my father is really well.
Nice. Do you guys have any other topics, questions?
Steve also said stereotypes. He said,
Oh, how do you guys think a man should act, like towards women in the workplace, like towards their kids, like as a man? How would you act to like your kid, let's say, trying to hit his little sister? Like, do you hit your kid? Like, if you have a son and he hits his little sister, how do you act?
I've always thought about that. I don't think that I would hit my kid in any scenario like that. I feel like it would have to be like really big for me to strike my kid, because I've always been like, my dad was like that, and I've always like sworn to not be like that. So I don't know.
No. Oh,
How about you?
Yeah.
we could hear him.
Yeah.
How about you?
The average probably like I think 50 viewers.
Really?
Between
Interesting.
like 30 and 50.
I mean, my parents like spanked us when we were kids.
Yeah.
I do no wrong.
I gotta say, Steven picked a great spot.
Oh yeah, it looks like it.
We should get like, on podcasts, like they have like headphones and microphones.
Yeah.
I know, it's just passed.
Okay, go ahead and cook.
Okay, so yeah, my parents did always, like, when they punished us, a lot of times it was like you get a spanking or like, yeah, like it was even a few times there was like this metal spatula. It was like had like flames in it.
I got the freaking worn down belt that was like loose.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Like, it was like a whip.
Yeah. Yeah, bare hand, bare cheek.
Yeah. Yeah, it would like leave
Well,
like the
okay.
you know, the flame marks.
I'm not gonna go
on
into
your
the
butt.
story, but let's just say I was mixing chemicals, alright? Anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think I would do that specifically, but, I mean, I guess, I don't know, because I'm not a parent,
Right.
obviously, so I don't really have any experience, so I couldn't say what the best way to do a punishment for your kid was.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't, like, abuse my kid, but I feel like there comes a time and
Yeah.
a point where they're just, like, you just gotta do it at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, a timeout won't work, and they're probably little, not that little, but y'all know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's not wrong to
I think
do.
it depends on the kid, because like for me when I was little I was a very energetic kid. Like I just couldn't sit still, so like my mom would like spank my butt or something. I'm like, okay, whatever, you know. And then like I'd keep running around. So what she did that killed me was put me in the timeout chair or maybe look into a corner. And I feel like that killed me so much more than an actual spanking. Like that sucked. And I remember being like, oh my gosh, like this sucks, you know.
Yeah.
Like that was like, oh, that was my mom's poison of choice to discipline her kid. But like for me, like I think if like my kid like did something, like even when I look back to my own childhood, like I know I got spanked, but I can't remember like specifically one time getting spanked, but I know I did. But like, and every time I did, it was like deserved. It wasn't like being abused, and it wasn't like an excessive force spank.
Yeah.
It was just like, hey, like, do you understand why? Yes. Dang, that hurt. And that was pretty much it, you know. But you know, I think I'm gonna do probably like similar, you know, because like I don't know. That's what I would say. What do you think? Oh, I already asked. Are you gonna spank your kids?
Probably.
Well, doesn't the Bible literally say discipline your kids if like
It says spare the rod, spoil the child.
spare the rod, spoil the child?
So you kind of interpret what that means.
So
I don't know how.
so hit your kids.
I think sometimes a kid should get hit. Like if a kid, for example, if a kid like hurt someone else, they should probably get hurt. Like, you know what I mean? So I think most of the time, I think a lot of times parents spank their kids because they don't know how to, they're not patient and they don't know how to like handle the stress of the situation. That's probably not good.
I have a question. So, if you guys were to have a daughter, right, and like a daughter and a son, and the son's like constantly bothering the daughter, constantly bullying, and you don't always want to come to your daughter's rescue because she's going to get used to that and rely on you. But also, at what point would you go to your son and do something, and how would you handle it?
Okay, first of all, if I had a son who's messing with my daughter, one, I'm gonna mess with my son because like I'm gonna raise him to know how to respect women. Like even my dad, for example, like if I tease Aiden or something, he's like, do you really want your sister growing up thinking it's okay for guys to treat her like that? I'm like, do you realize that the way she grows up looking at you is what she's gonna see in other people. So if you're like, let's say just like even like simple stuff, like if you're not holding the door for her, just like little stuff like that, then she's gonna think it's okay for like this, like these new generation men to like treat her this way, which is like wrong. It's not chival. So yeah, I think that if my son was hitting my daughter or like teasing her, I'd like try and sit him down, like talk to him man to man. You know, he's a young man. If he's old enough to mess with his little sister, then he's old enough to get talked to and hit. But even if not, just I guess you have to rely to some other form of discussion with your kid.
Yeah, I
You know
think
what I
that
mean?
makes sense. Yeah.
That's what I would.
That's a good
That's what I would do. Me personally.
I mean, obviously siblings mess with each other, but there is a point where that probably needs to happen for sure.
Okay. Nick, I want your opinion. As a Christian man, where do you draw the line between like being gentle and kind and being a pushover with other people? Like, because the Bible says to like, you know what I mean? Like, forgive, you know, like turn the other cheek. Like it says like turn the other cheek. Like if like you get hit or something, turn the other cheek. Because like it says fools are quick to anger.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you draw the line? Like let's say someone's messing with you, teasing you. As a man, where do we draw the line between, you know, being gentle and being a pushover?
I feel like it depends on who it is. Like with you, I feel like it's different because you always do that to me, versus like someone that I'm not close with doing it to me. It would be like if they do one thing and I say like stop, you know, and they keep doing it, I'm not gonna let that slide. 'Cause I'm not
You're fighting them back.
I'm not fighting them, but like
What is not letting that slide mean?
I'm walking away. I'm not letting this slide. You know what? I'll be the slider.
But what if they?
I'll slide away.
What if they keep like antagonizing you and following you? There's not a right answer. Just
I don't know.
asking.
I don't know what to. I'm
Huh?
not fighting them. That's like I don't really know, cause like I'm
So
always
okay,
around you, dude.
hypothetically, a kid at our school
Hypothetical here, right?
that no one really likes
Mm-hmm.
looks at you and like slaps you in the face. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Dang, you said as a Christian man.
As a
earlier.
Christian man, what do you do? No, I'm serious. As a man, what do you do? Because you know that like if you just turn the other cheek and walk away, you know all your boys are gonna be like,
Yeah.
dang,
Yeah.
like, you just got schooled, man. Like you just gonna let that slide?
Like part of me.
Like
would
what do you
wanna-
do?
Part of me would always want to like retaliate, but I feel like the person I am, I just feel like I'll probably say something, but I want to like hit him or anything. I'll just turn my head. You know, I don't know. What about you?
Dude,
Hypothetically,
if
someone
I'm
who nobody
walking
likes.
down the hallway and some dude that like this is hard now. Cause I know what my flesh is saying. If I was walking down the hallway and some dude slapped me, I'm turning around, weaving his next slap, socking him square in the nose.
Exactly, but with the camera on.
But
I
with
can't
the
say
camera
that.
on, I'm like, yeah, I'd walk away too.
Yeah, I would just keep on strolling.
I'd take it, but dang, that hurt.
You're right. I deserve that.
Yeah, and in the heat of the moment, it would be harder to make the right decision.
Yes,
because,
dude.
like,
Because when
Yeah.
you're there
angry
and like your adrenaline's running, you feel your face tingling. You know, people are around you going, oh, and like all that, just
Yeah.
being stupid high schoolers. You're like, dang, I can't look like a punk. Like I got it.
Yeah, I gotta.
Like when you swallow your pride and just be like, nah. Because I feel like
Every time.
I know every time.
Every
But I feel like I've done that a lot. And like now,
Hey, a
But-
lot.
I've let stuff slide.
Oh no, my bad.
I think I've let a lot of stuff slide.
Yeah.
Like whenever like I'm chilling in PE. Well, these are accidents. I'm chilling in PE on my phone and I get domed by a basketball. That's the worst.
That always sucks.
That's the
Oh my
worst.
gosh.
I get so angry.
I know.
My gosh,
I
dang
just want to
it.
throw it back at
I
them.
want to chuck it right back at their face. Like, gosh darn, dude. I'm just watching my TikToks and I get sniped with a basketball
laying on the mat.
in the back of my head. I'm like, what the heck is just went on? And then they're like, at the same time, everyone in team sports is like, oh.
No heads up too.
I
You're
know.
just chilling.
And, like, if you get a heads up, it's like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Heads up, bonk.
The other day, I had the volleyball said, watch out over the head.
It just smoked him.
Yeah, but my teacher the other day was telling us a story like about his friend, because he's not so much there himself, but his friend like changed, and he used to be a big fighter, and someone came up to fight him. He took a whole beating, beating, huh?
So you didn't want to fight?
Used to, but then after he switched, he refused to fight, and he just took a whole beating because he didn't want to fight back. Like, would you?
Crazy. I
No.
could not do.
Would y'all really sit there, even if you're like to the ground, taking a whole beating? Would y'all let that happen? Would you suck it up?
That's way different than what he asked.
Yes,
I know it
that
is.
is completely different. Because I honestly, personally, I don't think Jesus stood for abuse. But, so that would be like the continued hitting. So like you can probably defend yourself in that situation, right? You don't just sit there limp and let them keep hitting you. Like stop them or try something or get away or something. But like if it's just one hit, that's different.
Yeah. So you're saying you would stop them, but you wouldn't fight back?
I would try not to hurt them in the
Yeah.
process, but like I'm stopping it if someone's
Yeah.
continuously wailing on me. Like you can't.
Like in a relationship situation, if like I was dating a girl who like one day just like I did something bad and just started beating the crap out of me, I just started smoking me, like punching me in the face, I would not hit back. But I think that like if she's just going in,
You said a girl?
yeah,
No, if a
she's
girl's
just
beating
if she's
you.
just going in, I feel like I'd like either run away or like tackle her
push
or
her?
something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not gonna.
Like
I
my
could never
arm, like
punch.
yo, chill.
I could never punch a girl.
She's not asleep. She's
She's
wide
wanna talk.
awake. She's wide awake.
You would really. Wait, you want to?
Dude, I wouldn't tackle her, but I feel like I'd put my arms
I would
around.
tackle her.
Huh?
What if you're getting beat? What?
But it's like your girlfriend.
You guys.
She's probably not
Dude,
your girlfriend after
you're
this
telling me.
situation,
You're telling
okay?
me if your girlfriend is
Dude,
on
okay.
top of you, beating the crap out of you, like you're dying.
If my girlfriend's on top of me beating the crap out of me, I'm simply wrapping my arms around her and just holding her there.
And hugging her. Like that's
Yes,
all you're doing. You're just
I'm
gonna
like, I'm like, yo, calm down.
Oh, and what is she gonna do? Calm down.
Calm down.
Oh, is she gonna calm down?
Hey, chill. Hey, chill.
Oh,
Like,
and then.
what are you on your?
Wow.
I'm not gonna say.
That was a little crazy. Our whole 50 viewers are gonna see that. And be like, no way.
I'm
Vincente.
joking. Don't say that.
On the
Don't say
comments.
that. Don't say that.
That's
Guys,
crazy.
never tell them to calm down. Ever.
If I'm getting punched in the face and I'm like, yo, chill.
Yeah, chill. So you're
I
not
think
doing
that's
it?
valid.
No, that's not valid.
What would you? Okay, what would you do? If
You want to fight back?
you would beat the crap.
I want to beat her. I would push her. You're leaving her on you. You're leaving her on you, punching you, and you're just laying there. Ooh, like dang, taking it. Like,
I
what?
wouldn't take it, but I think I'd like do something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna punch her. I would never. I just.
You just said you were gonna fight back.
Yeah, but like pushing, not like
Well,
punching.
he means like self-defense.
Yeah, like
He
not
means,
like.
get away from her, like get some
Yeah.
distance in between the two of you, so that she's not hitting him anymore.
Nah, dude, I'm running.
Yeah, but I'm not getting.
If we're in like a controlled room, then what can you do? Are you running? Are you? How many times are you gonna push her before you get socked in the face?
Well, see, I feel like. I mean, just like grab her hands so that she can't hit you anymore, and
Grab-
then like
Yeah, but
get out of the room
what
or
if she
something, you know?
needs you
Like, hold on, let me
right
see.
in there?
As a man, if you cannot like grab her arms and her hands, I think you need to hit the gym, and maybe she need to take a little, chill with the steroids if you can't grab her hands and get her to calm down.
Ooh, this is a question that's been on my mind lately. This is a TikTok question. Okay, let's say you're in the woods at night by yourself. Would you rather be spotted by a man or a bear?
A man or a bear? I'd rather see
a bear.
100% a bear.
Well, okay, depends on what bear.
No,
I've ran
no,
into a bear
no.
in the woods before. It's scary.
Me
It's
too.
so scary.
What bear? You have not ran into a bear in the woods?
Yes, I have.
Okay, wait.
When I went on vacation.
Let me hear the story.
When
Let
I
me hear
went
the
to
story.
New
Let me hear
York.
the story.
Okay, you tell
I
your
went to-
story, and then
bro,
I'll tell my story. It is
I was
so
in
scary.
Maine. I was in Maine, and it was on the New York trip. It was when I went to New York, then New Hampshire. Do I have to really list all states I've been to?
No, you don't.
Just like
All right.
name where it happened,
All right,
and
look,
then give us like
look,
a brief
we're
overview.
we're at Maine, right? We're climbing, we're hiking. You obviously know I hate hiking. I'm complaining the whole way. And then I look to my right, and there's just this bear eating.
That's spotting a bear.
That's
Did the
what
bear-
we said.
Did the bear see you?
You said spotting a bear.
I said spotted by.
Same difference.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to check the tapes on this.
I know. I had to go back.
Let's go back in time.
Okay, well, okay. So I was running
I'll just play devil's advocate.
in Tennessee. We were in Gatlinburg. The whole cross country team was there. We were on like
Is it a
a
camp?
summer camp trip, yeah. And we were running in the mountains. We were actually running up this mountain called Butt Mountain. Yeah, like 100%. We checked. We didn't believe the coaches, so like we checked on. It was legit. Yeah, it was called Butt Mountain. And me and two coaches and one girl runner were all running up the mountain. We were the furthest ahead of anybody. And we take this one turn. I mean, we're probably 2-3 miles up this mountain. Take this one turn, and there's a bear, like 30 yards in front of us, just standing there, just looking at us. And the girl runner, she turns and like starts making it look like she's about to bolt away. But you can't run from a bear because they're just going to chase you. You can't get away from a bear. So one of the coaches grabs her and holds her still while the other coach runs up to the bear. He starts flailing his arms at it.
It was a black bear?
Yeah, it was a black bear. Aren't brown bears like way more aggressive? Yeah. I don't think we would have made it out if it was a brown bear.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I've came across a black bear and her baby cubs in Tennessee before.
Yeah, so then
So-
that's pretty dangerous because
Yeah.
she's got her cubs
Uh-huh.
there. Yeah, but then the bear just kind of like, it looked like it kind of lost interest and like walked away after the coach was like jumping up and down
What is
and
this
like,
guy doing? What?
yeah, it was like, this is weird. I'm leaving. Yeah.
Wait, bears can run like 40 miles per hour.
That's crazy. Yeah, but like the whole time I just kind of like stood there because this all happened within like 10 seconds. Like,
I made him run at full 400.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, especially as a woman. Sorry guys, I'd rather see a bear, a brown bear, whatever, white bear. I don't care. If I'm in Antarctica, whatever.
If you get spotted by a polar bear, I don't think you're gonna make it out.
Well,
Grizzly bear, but like, same with the man.
yeah, okay,
Okay,
but like,
depends
what?
on the guy,
Like,
you know?
okay,
No,
but
not
what?
depending on the guy.
It's on this TikTok. This is kind of like a really vulgar thing to say, but like it said like the worst thing a bear can do to you is kill you. So like make of that what you will. But like if you see a man, like you don't know what his intentions are, dude.
I
Yeah,
mean, I personally like watching those movies, like it's like kidnapping movies.
Mm.
The girl gets kidnapped, so on and so forth.
Dude, but like it's so much easier to talk about. Like, literally imagine us being in the trail by my house,
Mm-hmm.
and like you're in there at 1 a.m, and you just see a dude.
Yeah,
in a gray hoodie and jeans.
I would
Guys,
not run that way. I would
imagine-
turn around.
Imagine you're like 5 foot, 100 pounds, female, and like this guy's 6 foot. I don't know how heavy 6 foot men are. I don't know.
230.
Sure,
Yeah.
200 pounds.
I don't
no,
think
you're not.
I'm like 6'4" and I'm like 170.
Even
Well, like a man.
Dang,
Like how much do you think your dad weighed?
he's 6'4", I'm 5'10", 170.
but even
That's
like
crazy.
compare that
Lose weight.
the small woman to big man. Not in the woman's favor, even if the woman is Anyway,
Mhm.
yeah, I know what I'm trying to get at. So
We do.
Yeah, I don't know. I would definitely rather see a bear.
You wouldn't want to see a man.
Heck no.
I'd be so.
feel
Like,
like-
you don't know if he's on something.
Especially us, because we're runners. We could get away from this.
Yeah, dude. So I was just asked this question today. It was like, Vinny, when you're running at night, do you like? Are you ever worried about getting stolen or anything? Like, are you ever worried about people? Like, as a man, I'm like, or kidnapped. As a man, like, I really, it's like, it's terrifying. It's something you really don't think about because it's not normal for. I guess maybe it's not as normalized. Like, it definitely still happens, but it's not as normal for like boys to get taken. And I know that like if I'm running and I see someone, like our bodies are so, our our bodies are like, because we're track runners, are so conditioned like beyond like the normal, like the average guy, to run, especially for those long distances for like at that speed, that like I really don't think like the average person is like even coming close to me.
No.
Like at all. Like maybe for like a split second they'll catch up, but like after the first 20 feet, I feel like I'm just gone.
Yeah.
Like they won't catch up at all. So I'm like, that's really kind of always plays in the back of my head whenever I'm running at night. Unless they have like a gun, I can't outrun a gun.
Yeah, you can't.
There's nothing. I'm like, dang, hey,
No, I think you could. I believe you.
outrun a bullet.
Yeah, I believe in you.
I'm going on that Panama mission trip, and in the first meeting, like one of the main people speaking, we were like, all right, and you girls, make sure you guys are always with somebody, because like that's just how it is.
That's a sad thing for like. That's a sad that has to be normalized. Like,
Yeah.
That just goes to show how like how fatherless men are. Like, because I think
That got me.
as like a father,
And
like,
honestly,
even as an older brother, that's like a big fear of mine.
it can even be people with fathers too. It's all really how you're raised, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sensitive topic. I have my dad. I mean, I still think he could have raised me better. Because when I asked you guys earlier, like, if you had a daughter and a son, the son was always bothering your daughter, at what point would you step in? I feel like my dad never said a thing until the point where I was, like, crying or whatever, like, as a kid. And it kind of messed with me because, like, why does it have to get to the point where I'm crying for you to go and say something to him? But when I say something back that hurts his feeling, y'all coming at my neck. Like,
You know, but like it's a sad thing to be normalized, and to be frank, I don't know. I feel like there's just nothing as a society we should normalize. Like, girls shouldn't have to grow up like knowing, so like to check their backseat or check under their car before they get into a car. Like that's such a sad thing to be normalized now.
Or like if there's a note or something on your car, you gotta be scared. Oh my god, that actually happened to me once. I had a note on my car when I was leaving the gym. It was actually
What?
when I was leaving the gym one day.
What does that mean?
Oh,
Like
you,
a note.
you,
I know
you
what
don't
it
know?
is, like a-
Okay,
no.
so like if there's a note on like a girl's window or whatever, it's typically like a predator trying to get them outside their car longer so they can be like snatched or something. Yeah, but it was actually someone I knew.
At Planet?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, but it was actually someone I knew. It wasn't like a creeper. But like nonetheless, I was like, yo, what? And I just picked it up. I got in my car. But then, yeah.
Did you read it like later on?
Oh, after I locked my door.
What did it say?
Don't worry about it. I knew the person. It doesn't matter what it said. So.
Oh.
Give this mic.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't a predator.
No.
Okay, as a father, how would you raise your daughters to like combat those like catcallers, like lustful men? Like if they're walking on the street and someone catcalls them, how would you tell your daughter to deal with it? Like to ignore it and just let it happen, or to like retaliate?
I don't even know.
It's a bit of a hard question because men are like typically stronger than women, right? So if the situation called for it, they would need to have some sort of advantage, like a weapon of some kind,
Pepper
probably.
spray.
Well, yeah, like pepper spray. But like I don't really know specifically how to deal with that exact situation.
So I think it would be more to like.
Let's say
I don't think there's a way to necessarily like.
handle it correctly.
There's not like a conversation to have beforehand because men are like every situation is so different. I think it's better for like let them carry pepper spray, maybe a pocket knife whenever they're to the age, a gun. Oh, I forgot I was gonna go with this. Lovely.
You're talking about pepper spray, the gun, them old.
Yeah, because like, oh yeah, I wouldn't say like to retaliate or say something back because some guys feed off of that. They like when the woman responds because at the end of the day, the man knows like the woman is smaller. If he wanted to do something, he could. So they're just feeding off of it. I think it would be better to ignore it, leave the situation as fast as possible, do not stay around, obviously. Look at your surroundings kind of situation.
Maybe like go to a place with lots of people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be easier to get snatched up?
Why would that be easier to get?
Like cities? You don't think that
Nick,
happens?
if I'm in a crowded like place and someone stabs me, do
Okay,
you think that
how
the person
crowded
who
are you talking about?
do you
How
think the
crowded are
person
you talking about?
do you think the
How crowded
do you
are
think
you
the
talking
person
about?
who would
Yes.
stab
How
me
crowded are
would
you
get
talking about?
caught because other people would see him?
No.
Like
how
as
crowded are you
a
talking about? How
pedestrian,
crowded-
if you
how
saw a little
crowded-
kid like
bro, how
like a
crowded?
crowded place, like
Like
if,
what city?
like Main Street, downtown Valpo,
That,
like
no, that okay. That
If you compare it to
is
an
harder.
alleyway, though.
Okay, that's
one to
harder.
one.
I'm talking about like
a fair,
crowded.
like New York Times, the square.
Yes, like that's like easy. A
Nah,
lot of.
explain this. I don't
Where do you
understand.
think like
How would
human
that be,
trafficking happens?
dude? If I'm getting like
Cities.
if I get punched in the face, don't you think people could like give an eyewitness, like, hey, this dude? And if me personally,
You don't
if I-
think people
If I
will
saw a
care?
kid
Won't
getting
care?
abducted, bro, I'm running in, drop
Okay.
kicking him in the face.
Yes, bro, but there's so many cities that just like have. So
Oh,
many
that stuff
kidnappings.
happens in like alleyways and with unattended kids
Yeah.
And in crowded rooms, bro.
in crowded rooms.
In crowded cities, yes.
You know,
Like
I just don't know
Tokyo
I just
has
don't
a
know
lot
about
of, like, you know how crowded Tokyo is? That's what I'm talking about.
Tokyo.
we talked
In
about
Japan.
sex trafficking on another podcast. I watched a movie. This guy, like, this
Mm-hmm.
one convinced a guy to like, oh, it's for modeling. It's for modeling. They got in a van and then they were gone. Cause like she was like, oh yeah, let's go take photos at the beach now. They did not go to the beach.
Sex trafficking.
Oh, you're talking about
Have you seen the movie?
the little kids.
Actually, wait, this was the movie. It was in the movie theaters,
Like
I
the little
think.
Guatemalan kids.
Yeah,
Or
probably.
whatever?
I'm over here thinking
The little
of.
Hispanic kids.
Yeah,
Who took
yeah.
the little girl- What's that movie called?
Sound of Freedom.
Yes.
Sound of Freedom.
Yes.
I never watched it, but I saw some trailers.
I did
That
hear
movie
about
should
that.
watch it.
I did want to see it.
That movie, no, dude. That movie was like not sad. Like it was obviously sad, but to me it was sad because it's a real thing. And it said like now there's more slaves in America than there ever was, even during like times of slave. Like if you're like considering sex slaves, there's more slavery now in America than considering any other time period.
It is
It's
the.
how sick people are.
It is the most well-doing business. They get the most revenue. I mean, it's not just kids. It could be parents just selling them for money. There was another movie I watched. I don't remember the name. But this lady kept people in her basement and then would, like, take them to the hotel, do that exchange, get the money, and bring them back, keep them in her basement. There's so many messed up situations. Sex trafficking isn't just stealing kids. It's also adults and teenagers. There's so many situations. It's not just taking them to another country. It's everywhere.
No, that is the saddest thing on the planet is sex trafficking.
It-
That's
it-
my biggest fear to see my sister or like my kids. Like, what if that happens to them? I have nothing to do. Or there's
Yeah.
nothing I could do.
There's another movie. It was another adult. She was going to a photo shoot, and the guy took her, blindfolded her, took her to some room. She didn't even know where she was,
Mm-hmm.
and guys just kept coming in. It is an awful situation.
It is so
So now,
sad.
as a father, how do you prepare your kids for those like that stuff to be ready for that stuff?
I don't think you
I don't
can.
even know. Like,
You can.
I literally have no answer because, like, how could you?
Dude, I
And-
feel like I'm gonna make my daughter, if I have a daughter, like take Brazilian kickboxing. or
Like,
something.
And
being
you,
jacked is curious.
and you don't want to put fear in their minds either, because then they're
Yeah.
never gonna leave the house.
Yeah.
You really just have to like.
I'll sit down and be like, hey, like if it ever comes like my daughter gets catcalled or something, be like, hey, listen. Like you're about that age, you know. Men are gonna start acting differently towards you. It's a sad thing. It's a sad truth, but like you just have to like I don't know, because I feel like this is more of a mom thing. Like there's only so much I could do as a dad.
Like as a dad, you should step up and say something.
There's so mu- there's
Because like the moms
'Cause
take care of so
I'm
much.
I'm not a girl, like, because that never happens. I feel like guys don't get catcalled. Like, I've never been catcalled, and I've never been hit on or anything. So, like, I feel like that's, like, I'm like, obviously girls do more. Why'd you make that face?
You've never been hit on?
No.
I have witnessed you've been hit on.
Who?
Many girls. You are
You just didn't
your
realize.
girlfriend is over there. Like, what?
Cassie has not just hit on me in person, though.
Yeah, yes, she has.
Okay, I guess I've just been oblivious to it.
What are you
Did you
talking
get any
about?
catcalled?
No, like, like being catcalled on the street.
Oh,
Someone
Like,
else
yeah,
is
like
that Vinny?
different.
Dang.
Didn't
Well, they walk
realize
in,
it.
Like,
Hey,
like,
Vinny,
nice
okay.
butt or something. I feel like it happens to girls more often than guys, so that's why I feel like moms
Yeah.
should be like, listen, I guess it's sad that the world we live in, but just like, you know, just like you got to be ready for it in case it ever does happen. And like, it's kind of unfair that you have to live this way, but you have to watch out for those situations where men could misbehave.
Hot take. I think it should be the dad who steps up and says something, and then the mom could come in and fix his mistakes and wear it better. But I
Why
think
wouldn't the mom just do
because, like as
His
a
mom's gonna come
man,
in.
as a man, like it's
I think
other
it's,
men.
it's the dad's job to teach the son not to do it.
Well, yeah, that for sure. But like,
No, that is
I think it
the
could mean something
saddest
from the dad
thing,
if he says
bro.
it right. Not like, oh, here, give me life 360. I don't think it should be that.
You don't think people should have Life 360?
I used to care about Life 360 a lot, but now I really don't mind it anymore because my parents don't even check it.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, I have it on my phone, but
My kids are having Life 360 until they can pay their own phone bill.
So
Yeah.
I personally don't like it because they didn't do it to my brother. But the moment I got my license, they tried to force it on me. I'm like, we're not doing this unequal stuff, okay? I literally tell you guys, 2 years older than me. It's like we're not about to do this right now. I tell you guys where I go.
Yeah.
You know, I go school, gym, work, like.
yeah. But my take on that is like, what if something does happen? You wouldn't want someone to have your location?
Well, wherever I'm going, I'm not like gonna spend my nights in an alleyway. You know, wherever I'm with, someone will be there to testify. I'm not going and hanging around strange people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If something happens to me here, Nick, you'll say something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You're here. You'll say something.
something.
Cool. You're here. You'd say
If
something,
something
right?
happened to Hannah, I would just sit there and watch.
If Nick, you're the most like what's the word? Non-conflict person I know.
That is
And
true.
like the thing
That
is,
true.
as a woman, at
That's
some point,
only
Confrontation.
Sorry.
you gotta be smart though. Like, if I'm gonna hang out around for a guy for the first time, you would think I would go to a public place, right?
Yeah.
Not just to their house.
Yeah, back to the public place thing. There's like cameras. There's like people who run whatever restaurant or shops or wherever you are.
My thing is you
I've
just,
never thought about that. That is a red flag if the first place you hang out is their house.
yeah, you can't just go
I've
around.
never thought. Okay, but I wasn't trying to do anything. Like.
It's different. Cassie's not gonna kill you.
I don't know.
Cassie would be the one that hurt me before I hurt her.
Whoa.
Yeah. Cassie seems
yes,
like a
you-
terror.
This is his way of telling us that she beats him.
Yeah.
Cassie,
This is
do you beat Vinny?
Blink twice if you're in danger.
Twice I'm in danger.
Whoa, that's crazy. Do you need the help call line?
No.
We have a phone number for you.
Stop staring at me.
Hey, did you pay for that?
What time are we at? We're at 4:51.
No, normally they're like an hour long. It's fine.
Yeah, we're chilling like the
As
villain.
long as y'all are yapping, it's all good.
Okay.
Okay, better question. At what age would you want to have that kind of conversation with your daughter?
Well, that's different because every girl's body like is different. So like, once my daughter like even like maybe she starts getting.
What?
You think every girl's
I'm thinking
body,
mental maturity.
every girl's body grows the same? Does your
No.
body grow
So-
the same amount?
But
So-
how does that make sense?
So you're saying once they start
Once they
developing?
I think once my daughter's capable of understanding like why the world is like a weird place, like let's say she gets like her first period or something like that, or the first time a guy is weird to her, I'll have that conversation with her. And my daughter's gonna be with me all the time. She's not gonna be in a spot to like be pressured or something.
Anybody
'Cause
else?
you gotta think like girls go through puberty before guys.
Yeah, but like when they're like what, 10, 11?
Like I think the lowest thing start for a girl is like 8 or
Be like
6.
8
Yeah,
to
but-
like 14. It's all
They-
bigger range.
So many, I don't know, so many things happen to young girls. So like, why would you wait till once they start growing?
Because, dude, imagine scaring your little girl, your little 5-year-old daughter, saying, "Hey, dude," or "Hey, daughter."
Oh.
There's people trying to get you.
There's people out there trying to sell you. Like that's
There's
scary.
people
And I
trying to
don't,
pick you
think
up.
at that point yet, in my daughter's maturity level, she can comprehend that.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
can understand like the depth behind that.
So I think 5 is definitely too young. I think 10 would be a good ballpark age. I'm not saying like people want to steal you conversation. Just like the world is a weird place. Watch your surroundings. I think there's levels to it. And as she gets older,
That's
you
when
have
start
more.
saying more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go
The
more
real
in depth
stuff.
of
This is-
what's
Like, okay, you know the world's a weird place. Here's why it's a weird place.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and just explain it more.
No, I just.
Yeah, I think you
What would you do?
Like
What
mental
age would you
maturity.
explain-
No, I agree with you. I'm just like still like shocked that human trafficking is a thing, bro. It's like
I know.
it's so dumb.
You should
Like,
sit
and
down
it's
and
main.
watch a movie every once in a while.
And it's
Really
like
puts it into perspective.
so many like like celebrities do it. Like people that
I
like
know.
like some people that idolize like those celebrities, guarantee half of them like participate.
Drake.
Yeah, Drake. Bro. Like
Well, Drake, she was like 16. Like the girl in the
Millie
song
Bobby Brown.
was like 16 when he started hanging out with her. Well, bro was like what, 30 something.
Yeah. No, he hit her up.
It was
like,
a 16-year-old Instagram model that he was hanging out with, and the day she turned like 18, he posted her on Instagram or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I think they're all kind of creepy.
I think it's so sad.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I watched like Kim Possible the other day, right? Kim Possible, you know, little TV show for like little girls, like maybe like, you know, 8-year-old girls. And I just like noticing like how they like dress all the girls in it. They were kind of like
I've never seen. Is it like crop tops and?
it's just a bunch of crop tops and like stuff like that. Now normally like
Well,
if a girl's wearing a crop top, it's not like, you know, like it's not a big deal. But like I realized I was like, wait a minute, there's like a 50-year-old dude drawing these pictures.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude
I've never thought about that.
who's like 30, 40 years old, like drawing pictures of teenage girls and purposely like, let's show some belly button.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like if it was a girl drawing it, it wouldn't be anything. But it's like the dudes these are old men sexualizing the girls like on purpose.
People like
I've
that.
never thought about that. Oh my gosh.
I think you should
On
say it
real
again, 'cause
life-
I don't know if the microphone goes.
Okay, so basically what he was just saying, in shows like Kim Possible, it often depicts girls wearing crop tops, and like obviously in like real life, you're like, okay, she's wearing crop top, it's whatever, you know, it's like not really like a big deal. But when you really think about it, it's like 40, 50-year-old dudes drawing pictures of teenage girls, and then he's like, let me kind of sexualize her and like show her a little bit more skin. So he's drawing teenage girls, like Dan Schneider, dude.
That's what I was gonna bring
Dan
up next.
Schneider.
Dude, why do you gotta take that
Hey,
thing?
man.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
Dan
go on,
Snyder
go on.
is the craziest thing. That like I love those Nickelodeon shows, and to think about.
Are you still gonna watch them?
Heck yes, heck yes.
Dude,
I
it
still do. I
sucks.
watched it last
Like,
night.
Looking back on those videos and like watching like the weird hugs, it sucks.
Yeah.
And like to think about the like weird creepy men in your own life, like okay, well maybe not you guys, but like thinking back, that it's like, oh wait, he was actually kind of weird, and like
Yeah.
just having that flashback and cringing and thinking about it and just like hating every second you were around that person, knowing that they were probably weird.
Even in the corporate office, I feel like women are kind of suppressed, so like and forced to deal with like typically like men who may be in a position higher than them, like sexualizing them or saying snarky comments. I feel like that's a very normalized thing, you know, and it's like something sad to think about. Like I feel like that shouldn't be a problem in the first place, and they can't. It's like I feel like they're in a place like a stuck little like hamster on a little wheel. They can't say anything because like, oh, it's my job, it's my career, you know.
Yeah. I just find all that weird. I don't even know why
That's
people
what
have to
happened
do
with Dan
that.
Schneider because he was in this position of power. He's making people give him back rubs and stuff,
Yeah.
and no one wanted to say anything.
Yeah.
Well, the thing
No.
Bro was the golden boy.
I think they signed contracts. Like whenever you're Nickelodeon Disney, like you're in a contract. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
Do you guys know the story about Drake Bell? What happened to him?
Yeah.
You heard about it? Isn't that crazy?
I was watching the podcast with you.
Oh yeah. Isn't that crazy?
You spent the night at my house and we watched it.
I forgot about that.
Who?
Hey, my bad, bro. Drake Bell.
Drake
It's
Bell.
like
Drake and Josh.
you know Drake and Josh.
Kind of.
Okay,
the skinny
that
one.
yeah. One of Dan Snyder's like closest friends had Drake spend the night, and he slept with him while he was sleeping, and they opened up to it.
Wait.
He got essayed while he was sleeping.
Yeah. What I don't understand is why people don't open up sooner. Like, get it?
I
Like,
feel like it's so
scary.
like embarrassing. Like, and like
It-
some people are like oh, like they're embarrassed of it. They don't want to speak up to it.
But like Dan Snyder worked on like kids shows all the way up to like 2020.
It's hard
Like,
to
it's
say
not even
something
just like
in,
that.
when you're in those kind of situations.
Yeah.
Well, no matter like what situation you're in and who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, like the stuff that bothers you.
Yeah.
How often do you tell somebody, no matter how little it is, no matter what it is? How often, especially as men, do you guys talk about your emotions?
I don't know. I feel like Nick's weird because he be complaining to me all the time.
Bro, come on. You gotta drop everything on me. I be complaining to you because I talk to you the most.
I'm just. I know. I
It's okay. It's okay,
No,
Nick.
you
You
don't,
can
bro.
you can let it all out.
You're part of the reason. I don't know. It's wild.
Oh, do you guys have anything else you guys want to add?
So I guess it's time to get juicy.
All right.
Steven, if you're ready, we're ready.
Thank you guys for watching.
Stay
Juicy.